All right, so we're tackling stone splitter interviews today and getting you ready to really crush it.
Yeah, using all those great RoleCatcher resources you've got.
Absolutely. We've got the career guide
The interview guide.
and even some cool stuff on how their AI can help.
It can really make a difference, you know?
So let's dive in. First things first.
What does a stone splitter actually do?
Right. Because RoleCatcher's career guide
It paints a picture that's...
so much more.
It's way more than just smashing rocks.
Way more.
It really is.
Okay, so
It's about precision,
yeah.
artistry. You're shaping raw stone into usable products.
Like what? What kind of things?
Blocks for construction,
Yep.
cobbles for paving,
Huh?
tiles for decoration, even elements for concrete.
Wow.
It's this blend of heavy machinery
Yeah.
and almost like a sculptural sense of knowing how that stone is going to break.
Okay, so that's fascinating.
Yeah.
But how do I get that across in an interview?
Well, that's where the interview guide comes in. They give us 10 common questions
Perfect.
that you might encounter.
Let's break them down.
Yeah, let's do it.
Figure out how to approach them.
Let's start with, tell us about your experience working as a stone splitter.
It seems pretty straightforward, but
Yeah, you can do a lot to make that answer really stand out.
okay, especially if I don't have a ton of direct experience.
Right, well, think about transferable skills.
Okay.
Maybe you've worked construction
Yeah.
and you understand job site safety.
Right.
Or maybe you've done some landscaping.
Uh,
You have a knack for visualizing
Yeah.
how materials fit together.
Okay,
Even
yeah.
if you've mostly worked with wood,
I see.
you can talk about that precision,
Uh-huh.
the attention to detail
Okay.
that carries over to stone.
So instead of just lifting jobs,
Right.
I should connect those experiences to what a stone splitter actually does.
Exactly. Like, let's say you've operated machinery before.
Okay.
You could say something like, in my previous role operating a forklift, precision and safety were paramount.
Okay.
That same focus will be crucial when I'm handling a hydraulic splitter
Yeah.
or a diamond wire saw.
I see the connection.
You see it.
Yeah, it's not just what I've done.
Exactly.
It's how it prepares me for this job.
I love it.
Okay. Question 2 is all about ensuring accuracy when splitting.
Ooh, precision is key.
RoleCatcher says it's everything.
They're not kidding. This is where you show you understand the techniques for delicate work. You might talk about the feather and wedge technique.
Okay.
Carefully inserting those wedges
Yeah.
to split the stone along its natural grain.
I see.
But for larger blocks,
Hmm.
you'd use a hydraulic splitter,
Okay.
applying controlled pressure
Yeah.
to create a clean break.
Can you back up for a second? What exactly is the feather and wedge technique?
Oh, sure. It's a traditional method
Okay.
where you drill holes along the line you want to split.
Mm-hmm.
Then you insert a feather,
Okay.
which is this long, tapered piece of metal.
I see.
And then you drive wedges between the feathers,
Oh.
gradually increasing the pressure to split the stone.
Wow.
It's incredibly precise,
Yeah.
requires a deep understanding of how stone behaves.
That's really interesting. So back to the interview.
Yes.
How do I prove I understand this level of accuracy?
Well, think about tools, like
Yeah.
laser level,
Okay.
for ensuring straight cuts,
Uh-huh.
or techniques for measuring and marking the stone
Yeah.
with pinpoint accuracy. And don't forget the basics.
Oh, okay.
You can even mention the importance of properly maintaining your tools.
All right.
A dull blade or a loose wedge
Yeah.
can throw off your entire split.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is safety,
Big one.
which RoleCatcher emphasizes as a huge priority.
For sure.
The question is, how do you ensure the safety of yourself and others on the job site?
Very important. What are they really looking for here?
They want to see that you take safety seriously
Okay.
and that you're not just going to spout off the obvious.
Of course, you'll mention PPE.
Like what?
Steel-toed boots,
Yeah,
safety glasses,
of course.
gloves, hearing protection.
Yeah, that's a given.
That's a given. But go deeper.
Okay.
Talk about maintaining a clean work area.
Could prevent trips and falls.
Exactly. Mention understanding lockout procedures for machinery.
So it's about demonstrating proactive thinking,
Yes.
a deep understanding of the protocols.
You got it.
Okay, so I can say something like,
Yeah.
beyond the standard PPE, I always make sure the work area is clear of debris,
Yes.
that tools are properly stored. I'm also familiar with lockout, tagout procedures
Perfect.
to prevent accidental machine startups.
That's great.
So it shows I'm thinking beyond just myself,
Yes.
considering the safety of everyone on the job site.
Exactly.
Okay, question 4 tackles the unexpected.
Uh-oh.
How do you deal with unexpected challenges when splitting stones?
Because there are always some.
Right. So how do I demonstrate that I can handle those curveballs?
Well, stone is a natural material.
Right.
It doesn't always behave predictably.
Sure.
You might hit a hidden fault line.
Oh, wow.
The grain might suddenly change direction.
So how do I can handle that?
Think of a time you faced a similar challenge,
Okay.
even if it wasn't in stone splitting.
Right.
Maybe you were working on a project with a tight deadline,
Yeah.
and a key piece of equipment broke down.
Oh, yeah. I've been there.
What did you do?
Right.
How did you adapt? Did you find a workaround?
Okay.
Did you call for backup?
So the key is to think on my feet.
Yes.
Find solutions.
Show that you can assess the situation.
Right.
Adjust your approach. Keep things moving forward.
Got it. Okay, let's tackle the next question.
All right, what's number 5?
Question 5 is, can you tell us about a project you worked on
Okay.
where you had to split large stones?
Ah, yes.
So this feels like my chance to showcase expertise, even if I'm new to the field.
Even if you haven't worked with massive stones,
Okay.
you can still demonstrate and understand.
Of the scale and complexity involved.
Right.
Talk about a project where you had to think big picture,
Okay.
whether it was coordinating a team, managing resources, overcoming logistical challenges.
So even if it wasn't stone splitting,
Exactly.
I can still highlight transferable skills.
Absolutely. Let's say you help build a deck.
Yep.
You can talk about those precise measurements, the challenges of working with heavy materials,
Yeah.
the satisfaction of seeing that project come together piece by piece.
Right. It's about conveying that I can handle the demands
Yes.
of a large-scale project,
I love it.
regardless of what materials involved.
That's the
What's next on our list?
Question 6 takes us to the heart of craftsmanship.
Okay.
How do you ensure the quality of the finished product when splitting stones?
I'm guessing it's more than just making sure the stone doesn't crumble.
You're catching on. You need to demonstrate
Yeah.
that you understand the nuances of different finishes.
The importance of matching patterns, the subtle ways that a slight imperfection can impact the overall aesthetic.
So how do I convey that deep understanding in my answer?
Talk about your process.
Okay.
Do you meticulously check for straight lines, smooth surfaces? Do you take pride in matching the grain of the stone for that seamless look?
Yep.
Do you have a keen eye for spotting and correcting imperfections?
So the interviewer wants to see that I'm not just splitting stone.
Yes.
I'm crafting
You're
it.
crafting it. It's that attention to detail,
Yeah.
that commitment to delivering a high-quality product that meets the client's expectations.
Okay, moving on to question 7.
All right.
Can you tell us about a time when you had to troubleshoot a stone splitting machine?
Ooh.
So they seem really interested in my technical skills.
As they should be.
But what if I haven't had a lot of experience with this specific type of machinery?
That's okay. You can still demonstrate your ability to think critically.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And diagnose problems.
Okay.
Talk about a time you had to figure out why a piece of equipment wasn't working.
Right.
Even if it was something as simple as a lawnmower or a kitchen appliance.
I can do that.
It's about that process of troubleshooting,
Yeah.
not necessarily the specific machine.
So walk them through the steps.
Exactly. Did you check the power source? Consult the manual?
Yeah.
Try different approaches until you found a solution.
The interviewer wants to see that I'm resourceful.
Exactly.
And I can think logically to solve those technical problems.
I love it.
Okay. So far, we've covered 7 of RoleCatcher's 10 common interview questions.
And we've uncovered some valuable insights.
We have.
It's all about connecting your experiences to the specific demands of the job.
Yeah.
Showcasing your skills in a way that resonates with what those interviewers are looking for.
It's not just about reciting facts.
No.
It's about telling your story.
In a way that highlights your potential as a stone splitter.
Yes. And speaking of highlighting your potential,
Yeah.
I want to touch on something we mentioned earlier.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI
Ah, yes. Their AI.
can be a game changer
Okay, tell me more.
when it comes to tailoring your answers,
Yeah.
presenting yourself as the ideal candidate.
I hope so.
Well, remember how we talked about connecting your experiences to the job description?
Yes.
RoleCatcher's AI analyzes those descriptions,
Okay.
identifies the specific skills and keywords that employers are looking for.
So it goes beyond just generic advice.
Right beyond.
And gives me targeted insights.
What's to my?
Based on the exact job I'm applying for.
Precisely. Let's say the job posting emphasizes experience with hydraulic splitters.
Or-
The AI might suggest highlighting a time you successfully operated similar heavy machinery.
Yeah.
even if it wasn't in the stone splitting industry.
That's incredible. It's like having a personalized coach.
It is.
Who knows exactly what the interviewers are looking for?
Exactly.
But it doesn't stop there.
It doesn't.
Right. It also provides feedback on my answers.
Right. Again, you can practice your responses within the platform.
Oh, wow.
And the AI will analyze your word choice, your sentence structure, even the overall flow of your answer.
That's amazing.
It can even suggest alternative phrasing.
Wow.
Or examples that might resonate better with the interviewer.
It's like having an expert panel.
It is.
Critique my responses and guide me towards success.
That's the goal.
Okay, I'm definitely going to be exploring that feature. But before we get lost in the AI rabbit hole, let's get back to those interview questions.
Yes.
We still have 3 more to tackle.
Sounds good to me. Bring on question number 8. Welcome back. Now we're diving into those final 3 questions from RoleCatcher's interview guide.
All right, let's do it. Question 8 asks, how do you approach working with clients and other stakeholders on a project?
A very important one.
So it's not just about the stone itself.
No, it's not.
It's about the people, too.
Exactly. Stone splitters.
Yeah.
They're often working as part of a larger team. You've got architects, designers, contractors.
And, of course, the client.
Of course.
So what qualities should I highlight when I'm answering this question?
Well, think about clear communication.
Okay.
Can you explain those technical details in a way that non-experts can understand?
Right, because not everybody knows about feather and wedge.
Exactly. Are you a good listener? Do you take the time to understand the client's vision?
Yeah, their expectations.
Or expectations, exactly.
So it's kind of like bridging that gap.
It is.
Between the technical side of things and what the client wants.
And their aesthetic goals, absolutely.
Okay.
You might also want to mention your ability to manage expectations.
Okay.
Set realistic timelines. Keep everybody informed.
Right. No one wants any surprises.
No, especially when you're dealing with something like stone.
Okay, on to question 9.
Yes.
Can you describe a time when you had to work with a team to complete a stone-splitting project?
Teamwork.
So should I just focus on a specific stone-splitting project here?
You know, even if you haven't worked on a huge stone-splitting project, you can still show those teamwork abilities.
Okay, so drawing from other team experiences.
Absolutely. Think about a time when you had to collaborate with others to achieve a shared objective.
I see.
Maybe it was a group project in school, a volunteer effort, organizing a community event.
It's about those transferable skills.
It is.
Not necessarily the specific industry.
Exactly. Describe the roles of each team member, the challenges you faced, how you work together to overcome obstacles and achieve success.
And if there were conflicts, I can talk about how we resolve them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Shows you can handle those interpersonal dynamics.
Right, which always come up.
Always.
It's okay. And finally, question 10.
All right, let's hear it.
How do you stay up to date with the latest techniques and technology in stone splitting?
Because it's always changing.
Right, so this is about continuous learning.
It is stone splitting. It's a field that's constantly evolving.
Okay.
New tools, techniques.
Safety standards.
Safety standards all the time.
So how do I show I'm eager to learn and adapt?
Be specific.
Okay.
Mention industry publications you read, workshops or conferences you've attended, online courses you've taken.
I've done a few of those.
Perfect. You can even talk about networking with other professionals, following industry blogs and forums.
Okay. And if I've experimented with any new techniques or tools on my own, I can mention that too.
Absolutely. Shows initiative, a genuine passion for the craft.
Great. So we've covered all 10 interview questions from RoleCatcher's Guide.
We did it.
But their AI can help us go even deeper.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about that AI.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about tailoring your answers? That AI can analyze specific job descriptions. Pinpoint those exact skills and keywords employers are looking for.
That's like a customized cheat sheet.
It is. So instead of just general advice, the AI tailors its suggestions to that particular role you're applying for.
So for example,
let's say a job posting emphasizes experience with delicate stonework.
Okay.
The AI might suggest highlighting a project where you used that feather and wedge technique.
Okay.
Or a time when you successfully repaired a damaged stone carving.
It's all about aligning your answers with what the employer values.
Oh, got it.
Okay, that's incredibly helpful. But the AI doesn't stop there.
It keeps going.
Yeah.
Remember, it provides feedback on those practice answers.
Right. So I type in my responses,
Yeah.
The AI analyzes everything.
Everything. Word choice.
Sentence structure.
Sentence structure.
The flow.
The flow.
It can even suggest alternative phrasing.
Or examples that might resonate better.
It's like a personal writing coach.
Yes.
And a career advisor.
All rolled into one.
Okay, now before we wrap up this section on interview prep,
Yes.
I want to go back to RoleCatcher's career guide.
Okay.
Touch on some key insights about the profession itself.
Great idea.
Because understanding the bigger picture
Yes.
can help me answer these questions
Absolutely.
with even more depth.
More conviction.
Right. So let's start with the work environment.
Okay.
RoleCatcher paints a picture that is...
It's not your typical office cubicle.
No, it is not. So stone splitters often work outdoors.
They do.
Exposed to the elements.
The sun, the wind, the rain.
It can be physically demanding.
It is.
Heavy lifting,
Repetitive.
exposure to dust and noise.
All part of the job.
So not for the faint of heart.
Definitely not. But for those who enjoy working with their hands, being physically active, and seeing tangible results, it can be incredibly rewarding.
And what about advancement opportunities?
Oh, there are plenty.
Like where can this career lead?
You might specialize in a particular type of stone.
Okay.
Become a sought-after expert in granite or marble.
I like that.
You could move into a supervisory or management role.
Okay.
Leading a team of stone splitters.
Mm-hmm.
You might even start your own business.
Wow.
Offering specialized stonework services.
So there's potential for growth.
There is.
And specialization.
Lots of options.
Okay, but let's be realistic.
Okay.
What about the downsides?
Right.
Because the career guide doesn't shy away from those.
It's important to be aware of the challenges.
Exactly.
As we mentioned, the work can be physically demanding and sometimes dangerous if proper safety precautions aren't followed.
Of course.
The availability of jobs can fluctuate depending on the construction industry.
Yeah.
The demand for specific types of stonework.
So it's a career that requires careful consideration.
It does.
A realistic assessment of the rewards.
And the risks. But for those who are passionate about working with stone, driven by a desire to create something, both beautiful and enduring, it can be an incredibly fulfilling path.
I think that's a perfect note to end this segment on.
I agree.
But our deep dive into the world of stone splitters isn't over yet.
No, it's not.
In our final segment, we'll explore something a bit more profound. The enduring connection between humans and stone.
I can't wait.
The unique satisfaction that comes from shaping this ancient material.
It's going to be good.
We've covered a lot of ground, haven't we?
We have.
All about becoming a stone splitter.
The skills, the interviews, even the AI.
But I want to talk about something a bit different now.
Okay, what's that?
It's more, well, philosophical, I guess.
Oh, interesting. I'm listening.
Throughout all the research, I keep thinking about this.
What's that?
Humans and stone. This deep connection we have.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
I mean, it's a material that's literally built civilizations.
The pyramids, the skyscrapers.
It's everywhere.
It's amazing when you think about it.
And for stone splitters,
there
must be such a unique kind of satisfaction.
I think so, too.
Working with something so fundamental to our history.
It's not just shaping a material, you know? It's like tapping into this legacy of craftsmanship.
Thousands of years.
Thousands of years. The tools might be different now.
Sure.
But the core skills are the same.
Understanding the stone.
Yeah, knowing how it breaks.
It's timeless.
It really is. You look at something like Stonehenge.
Or the Colosseum.
And you realize those builders...
They knew what they were doing.
Had an incredible understanding of stone.
It's almost humbling to think about.
It is.
That even today, stone splitters are carrying on that tradition.
Absolutely shaping the world around us.
In ways that will last for generations.
It's amazing.
And it's not just the big structures either.
No, you're right.
Even something small like a stone walkway.
A fireplace.
It adds that sense of permanence.
A connection to the earth.
It's hard to find with other materials.
You can't replicate it.
It's like stone brings that touch of the timeless.
To everything it touches.
And stone splitters are the ones who unlock that potential.
That's a great way to put it.
So as we wrap up our deep dive,
I
want to leave our listeners with this thought.
Okay, I'm ready.
If you're looking for a career that's more than just a job, a connection to something bigger, something that speaks to human ingenuity,
creativity,
maybe stone splitting is calling your name.
I think it might be.
We've covered so much today.
We have.
The technical stuff,
the interviews,
the philosophical side of things,
the AI,
and how RoleCatcher can help you along the way.
It's a fantastic resource.
It really is. So if you're ready to take the leap,
shape your future,
Leave your mark on the world.
One stone at a time.
Go for it. That's a wrap on this deep dive, everyone.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep an eye out for that hidden beauty in the world around you.